transform the world. So today, on behalf of all of you, it's my pleasure to invite Arunidhi Swaminathan to give his thoughts on this wonderful topic. Over to you, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா, வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. May the divine power and Guru Vethathiri Maharishi protect us, guide us, and lead us throughout the session. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. So let me also share my screen. வாழ்க வளமுடன். So let me know if yeah, you were able to see my screen, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, very good. Okay, thank you. Is it okay now? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. So the benefit of blessings, as Aya said, it's one of the very close, quick wins that any Vedatrian would have applied and then see the remarkable benefit in their life. What we are going to see is the benefit and the benefit of that, the impact of it, the scientific reason behind the blessings. This is something which is going to be really good. We will see why these blessings can be applied and the result can be seen. What is the scientific reason behind it? And how to make our blessings very effective. So we have the culture of taking the blessings from our elders. Let's say when we meet Maharishi, we look forward for his blessings, and when Maharishi blesses, this is effective. So what is the difference when Maharishi blesses? It becomes so effective. What is he doing to keep the blessings effective? And how do we bring effectiveness in the blessings? Let's see this as part of our topic, and then auto suggestion. So why has he given these blessings as last of or the conclusion, after the conclusion of the meditation, every time when we see? So before we start this topic, I would like to share one of my experience in the blessings on plant crop growth. My PG and as well as my research is on the blessings. I'm closely associated with Dr. Lakshmananaya, where he has already done the blessings which was told by Maharishi himself. And to prove scientifically, say how blessings can give us a good result. And they took the plant crop because this is a single sense organs, and it is called as nirmalam, which means malam is a sin imprint. Nirmalam means which do not have the sin imprints. So he has done the blessings on the plant, and he has seen the yield, which was remarkably very high. It is almost 3-4 fold increase of yield. He was able to see that. And I was associated in taking this concept to the farmers. We named it as an on-farm trial. So we took this blessings as one of the fertilizer for the plant crop growth. We have done it across in Tamil Nadu. We have a place called Tiruvannamalai. So we had multiple workshops where we took this blessings and we have introduced this concept to all the farmers. So I came to my farm and then they were doing the blessings, and we had all the farmers who came across, and then we assembled, and this was taken as an effective fertilizer for the farmers who are doing the organic farming. So I would like to share this small video, which I'll play for you, which will say how it was effective. So this is there for a very long time. And this is the workshops, one of the thing which we have constructed. We are going to see how do we make our blessings effective. So extending the positive thoughts to the okra plant, and we did it for the paddy crops and even for the trees. We see the difference on the coconut and the fruits that is as given. These are all some statistics that it gives. So this was when Aya came to the farm, and he was showing us how these blessings can be given and how they'll respond to us. So with this, let me just get into the today's program. For truth seekers, blessings is a wonderful technique for harmonizing the thoughts. Unless we analyze the thoughts and have a good thoughts, we will not be able to move ahead on the spiritual journey. So that's why the father of yoga, whom we say Patanjali Yoga Muni, has said in his second sutra itself, the definition of yoga, he says, Yoga Chitta Vikti Nirodha. So that is called Chitta means mind. Vrikti means fluctuating or wavering. Nirodha means stop. When we are able to stop the mind getting fluctuated, that's the definition of yoga. So unless we work on the thoughts and have the clear thoughts, it is highly not possible to move towards this spiritual path. That's why Maharishi also kept analysis of thoughts as the first chapter in the introspection one. So when we know and clearly keep our thoughts good, and we quickly analyze and then come to a conclusion, and then keep our genetic center pure, then the next all the things follows naturally. So for us to achieve good thoughts in our genetic center, blessings is one of the wonderful technique. So as you bless the people, you can see good things happening to us. So this is one quick wins, as we call it in IT, when we want to uh, move on a project. So we say quick wins. Let's see what are the quick wins. This is the quick wins. We can see how the person who are in not harmony quickly changing towards harmony. The relationship changes. Our friendship gets expanded. We can see all this, and I'm sure the people in this forum would have experienced that benefit of blessings as well. So what are the some of the benefits is the friendship grows. We will see how your friendship is getting expanded. It starts with the individual, then to the family, then to the society, then to the nation, and to the world. As Maharishi says, as how we move the duty, the blessings also gets expanded and the friendship also grows. And our mind comes to a very settled state. You will not be emotional. You will be very calm in taking a decision. The wave of the anger completely takes away the biomagnetism. So you will see yourself a different personality as we do the blessings to the others. The enmity turns to amity, becomes friendship. Actions are corrected, the thoughts are regulated, brings changes for the good. So all these are some of the benefits for this. The scientific reason, Maharishi says very quickly all these five concepts. First is clash, then reflection and refraction and penetration and interaction. It says this five process happens when we do the blessing. First is it originates from you. Second, it goes and clashes to the person whom you are blessing or the object that you are blessing. First, it goes and clashes from that. And then it reflects from that place, from that person or from that object. We have seen the plants responding using waving their head. I have my video where I'll be singing a song of Maharishi and it will wave his head and it gives the responses. So I've seen it. So there is a reflection. And why this process happens, there is a refraction where it gets expanded or it gets refracted to all the places between the source and the destination. And penetration is very important thing, Maharishi says. The blessings even gets penetrated to the cells, and each cells also has the imprints of the blessings. So this is taken forward to the next generation. And my research, which I'm doing, is we are taking the paddy seed and we are taking the blessings to the next season. We have got now 4 years, which I've been doing this research, where the blessings is taken to the next time when we do the cultivation. So we are seeing the ratio, how the blessings is taken forward generation after generation. How we call it in the human, the same thing next to the next season. So the seed itself will be completely blessed. The people who are using the seed will have the blessings taken forward. So that is my research, which I'm doing it. So that gets penetrated to the cells, and there is always an interaction between the source and the destination. This is a quick reason behind the blessings. So when we come to this, the word ill, even I take the classes in RER, and right now also I'm sitting in RER. So I had a morning session where I was talking about the philosophy of yoga. We have the people from different countries, from US, Spain, and people from Singapore, Malaysia. When we say Varka Valamudan or be blessed by the Chivan, so they practice the word Varka Valamudan. And whenever we say bless Vethathiri profounded by Sri Vethathiri Maharishi, they all will say Varka Valamudan, and they say, when we say Varka Valamudan, they feel happy, something happens within them. Even they are not Tamilians, they do not know the meaning of Varka Valamudan, but still they feel something is happening within them. And everybody says Varka Valamudan. They practice the word Varka Valamudan, and they feel happy whenever we meet. While we are passing by, they say Varka Valamudan. And the reason being that is, we all know the ear, when we pronounce this word ear, we raise the tongue to the upper palate and then touch it. While we touch, it is touching our pineal and pituitary gland. It goes to the pituitary gland and then touches the pineal automatically. So the more we say Varka Vaiyakam, Varka Vaiyakam, Varka Valamudan, we touch ourselves, the pineal gland. The more the pineal gland get activated, it expands, and your blessings will become very powerful or effective. This goes naturally in the process. So the reason behind Maharishi keeping Varka Valamadan at every time, everywhere, we say this is a Varka Valamadan team, because we used to practice, and he has made this as a mantra, Varka Valamadan. So this Varka Valamudan has got the scientific reason, and one of my friend is doing a PhD on the lifespan of the people who are speaking the Tamil language when compared to the other languages. So he says the language itself is designed to activate all the endocrine gland. The more that Tamil is been pronounced, is actually doing his research where the lifespan is expanded, because the letter itself has got so much to do inside. So that's a very wonderful language. So Varka Valamudan, Varka Valamudan, Varka Valamudan. Every time we keep saying this, we activate our pineal gland, and we are blessed first, and it is taken to the next person. And in between, whoever the blessings is taken forward, they are all blessed. So that's how it is getting expanded and expanded and expanded. And now we have more than 18,000 professors. Lakhs and lakhs of people are getting trained in this sky yoga. And this digital is helping us a lot. All this is actually bringing the world peace. The Maharishi's path is very, very clear. He did not oversee or imagine and then put the path. He gives a very workable model. The world peace through the individual peace clearly brings that. And we see it happening through these technologies, what we have. Through all the courses that we take, we see the people are catching it. They are liking the concept what Maharishi has given. We can see his dream is coming true. Very, very sincerely, I'm saying from my heart. So this is the reason behind that. And how to make our blessings effective. This is very interesting. Just this or the picture will give you the message. The more you bring it backward, the more sharp the arrow goes. The same thing. Blessings is not possible unless the mind attains a very settled state. That's why he keeps all the blessings after the meditation. By the time our mind will be in a settled state, we have proven using the EEG how the mind frequency has been measured and how it works in that settled state. When we have the blessings, that's where it becomes effective. Maharishi's blessings is always effective because always his mind state is in that settled state. So he keeps him. We may think Maharishi is speaking to us, but his mind is in the universal field. We have seen it many times. We have seen it, and that's how he makes his blessing very powerful. As we become the practitioners, we should all become the sky practitioners. When we are a true sky practitioner, we will see our blessings is powerful. When we wave our hands, we will see the biomatism getting transferred. We will see the connect whenever we take the class or whenever we meet people. As we say, our eyes will become divine. We will see ourselves are becoming divine. The more blessings we say, we will be changing ourselves. We will be changed from the mankind towards the path of God. So, how do we make our blessings effective? First, keep our mind in a settled state. So we all know this frequency, which are 4 types. He says, whenever we are in an emotional state, we have this 14 to 40 cycles per second. And when we are in this state of Duryam or Agna, so that's where we get into the 8 to 13. Itself is good enough for us to make our blessings effective. And when we move towards this Duryadi Tattva, the universal field, it comes little further down to 4 to 7. And that's where it becomes more and more effective. So our blessings will be effective on the ground. It will be very powerful when we just, that's where we said it's not just for namesake, we just say Varkavalamandan or we casually say it as an high message. It's not high Varkavalamandan. No, it should be here. It's called Atmanjali Matra. So it's called Atma Anjali Matra. So we should bow. We should join our, this is called Namaskara Mudra. When we keep it in Anakhata, so that's why it becomes an Atma Anjali Mudra. So we have to bless that person wholeheartedly. We should think that person should come up well. And that's how it becomes effective. If it is just from the mouth or just from the tongue, it's not effective. So that's where Maharishi has kept it after the meditation. So our blessings becomes effective when our mind is in a settled state. That's a message. So that's where we keep these auto suggestions. We are know by the grace of the divine power, we will all enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. First, it gives the auto suggestions to ourselves. Unless we are good and we have the peace and we have good in all these 5 things that is given, having a good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace, we will not be able to bless others. So the first is we should like ourselves. That's what in the morning we had a mirror gazing exercise. We should like ourselves. We should be proud that we have got a wonderful body. We have got a wonderful guru. We have got a wonderful concept. We are adopting that. First is the auto suggestion. So that's where he has put first. And next comes the order of blessings. If you have seen, he has also designed in a way it is having a connection. First is the life partner. So there is a life energy that gets transferred between us. That's where we say the marriage is distinct in heaven. This is not just the love marriage. You may think it's love marriage. We have picked the girl. No, it may sound on the surface level, but when we go a little deeper, we will see there is a divinity. There is the imprints that plays a role. There is a genetic center transformation happening between you. And that's how it has been designed. The first is a life partner. And when you are really doing the blessings, you will see the change on the life partner. Many people say, my life partner is not joining this class or they are not getting into this. But if you have a settled state of blessings, where blessings will be immediately effective to the life partner, then comes the children. So it is through us we give this little, this is a tiny one. It is was a single cell that is transferred to this baby now. So it is our own child. Came to us. This came through us. So our blessings will be immediately effective. I've seen so many cases. I worked in a primary health center for one year, where we were doing this experiment of blessing when the baby is inside the mother's womb. So we have seen the reactions from the baby, and we have seen after the baby comes up, when we say Warholm, then immediately it looks around and it hears that. We have seen it in our ancient stories also. We have seen it effectively working. And the next is our children. Then he says about the brothers and sisters. We all came from the same parent, so we have to bless our brothers and sisters and the relatives and friends and the colleagues, the people who are. Then enemies is another beautiful thing. I'm having another slide especially for that enemies. So this is the order he puts, and the reason for keeping the blessings in this order is how you will have an harmony. In the morning, I was taking the concept of philosophy of yoga. Maharishi gives the definition of yoga in a beautiful way. He says an harmony between body and soul, harmony between the soul and mind, an harmony between the self and the society, and the harmony between the self and the nature. This is how the yuj, they say yuj is the joining, unite of Jivatma to Paramatma. But Maharishi extends that into four. And the third one, he says the harmony between the self or the individual to the society. We cannot think like I'm independent or I will live alone. We all are dependent on the society. And this goes in this order. And the more the blessings we give, we will see the harmony is getting expanded. So that's how this harmony is done. And this slide, and then finally we'll get into the universe and the world. So we say the World Community Service Center. This is, we are all marching towards the world peace. That's how we should be proud of Maharishi, because he doesn't have a border. Though he is born in a small village called Gudvanjari, his thought is the world peace. So that's how we all are one. So we should work for the mankind. So this, if you see this small video, it's whatever we give is what we will get. So this man just plays a small video. He says he has got 5 balls here, and he just drops 1 ball, and he sees 1 ball will come back. And when he takes 2 balls and then hits the ball, the 2 balls comes back. So whatever we give is whatever we get. So he says there are 5 balls. Now look at it. He drops 1 of the ball, and that comes back. He drops 2, and then 2 balls comes back. He dropped 3 balls. It's not knocking away the 2 balls. The 3 balls comes back. If we see 4 balls, the 4 balls comes back. So that's a very important message. If you're not happy with what we are getting, you better focus on what you are giving. So the more you bless, the more you will be blessed. We think like if we give, it's like we are losing. No, we are gaining. So that's a very important message he gives. So that's very interesting. And enemy, how do we bless our many enemy? Enemy is a guy who is doing harm to me. How can I bless that person? So blessing your enemy causes no loss to you, but it is the enmity that will be lost eventually. Every word is important. Maharishi's beauty is he plays with the words. So gradually you will see the enmity will be vanished and you will become friendly. You will turn to be the friends. So why do we bless our enemy? On the surface level, it looks like he's giving pain to you, but when we understand the cause and effect theory, and that's the ultimate theory Maharishi has given to us, it is only the cause and effect. Maybe in this generation or previous generation, knowingly or unknowingly, I have hurt somebody. And it is there in my genetic center as an imprint. And I am actually purifying my genetic center. How? In the process of somebody is hurting me, he is actually purifying my genetic center by removing the imprints. And in this process, unknowingly, he is taking the imprints himself and actually contaminating his genetic center. I will just repeat this statement, is very important, because in the process of somebody is giving harm to you or is giving pain to you, what is happening? If you see in the glass of spirituality or in the glass of Vethathirium, we understand our imprints, which I have harmed some time back, knowingly or unknowingly, or my ancestors has done, and it has come through the Sanjita karma. So that is getting purified and nullified, and it's getting removed from my genetic center because I'm elevating towards the divinity. So that is what is happening when you have the pain by the others. But in this course of action, the person who is giving harm to you actually is actually contaminating his genetic center. The imprints is getting stored on his genetic center, for which he has to work, or he has to be suffering, or he has to be harmed by somebody else in the future. So that's why in Tamil he has put this word karunayodu valthum. He uses this word called, for all the others he uses only the blessings. He says and even to the spouse and to the children and everybody. But for enemy, இன்னல் புரிவோர் எதிரிகளாக நினைப்போர் எவரேனும் இருப்பின் அவர்களும் திருந்தி நல்வாழ்வு பெற கருணையோடு வாழ்த்தும். He uses that word கருணையோடு வாழ்த்தும். The more you go into this path, you will see you will never have enemy. That's why you put this word எவரேனும் இருப்பின். So as we sail in this Vethathiri path, you will not have any enemy. You will not have anybody who is giving harmness or sin to you. You will have everybody will be friends to you. So that's why he says எவரேனும் இருப்பின். So there will be a stage where you will never have any person who is giving harm to you. So that's the message Maharishi gives, and that's why we need to bless our enemy. So the message here is we all should be blessed to bless others. That itself is a blessing. So that blessing should be from the soul or from the heart. Wholeheartedly we should bless. And if we really bless it with wholeheartedly and in a settled state of mind, your blessings will definitely be effective. You will have always happiness. The yoga definition says we are born to live and enjoy the happiness, have harmony in all the relationship which we have. We have not born to suffer anything. And the principle of law says there is only happiness. But we are just closing our eyes and then seeing this. That's called ajnanam. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurum militam mena tasmaisti guruve namaha. That is a very nice sloka. It says the entire universe is suffering from a disease called ignorance. It is ajnanam. We are all caught in that ajnanam. Why are we making mistakes? Why are we getting emotionally caught? It's because of ignorance. It's because of ignorance. When you are keeping your eye opened and agna opened and always seeing that person with awareness, you will never make mistakes. You will never hurt anybody. That's why he has put this twofold path of virtue. Very important is that it may look, the sky may be named simple, but it's very, very powerful. That's why we always say it's a world powerful transformational program. You should transform yourself. You should take it to a different state. That means that medicine is working. Chakshurum militam vena. So the guru is the one who will give that medicine through the syringe, and he will open our eyes. Let's salutate or let's bow and bow that Guru. That's what's Miritamena Tasmai Sti Guruve Namaha. He says, let's bow that Guru. And we have got this wonderful Guru, Vethathiri Maharishi, and it's a very nice to share my experience about blessings on this lovely evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you, Ayya. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you so much, Arunidhi Swaminathan Balagangadharan. It was indeed a very nice speech, and you just explained the blessings, how it helps others, and this Valga Valamudan mantra. It is a great mantra. The more we utter this mantra, the more we pronounce this mantra, it does good not only to others but to the sender, ourselves. And I even said it's Atmanjali mantra, and we need to just wholeheartedly we need to bless others. Yes, definitely. That's why our Guru has asked us to do meditation, and then in the subtle state has asked us to bless others, which will do wonders. And you also explained that is informed about the practicals you have done at the public health center and also on the farm, that is on the plants and all. It's definitely when we wish others, they show their activities, they are pleased to produce more the plants and all. Even I have seen these things in my garden. That is, the more we wish them, say, and I love you, I want you to grow well and all. Definitely, it smiles, I can say, and it grows well. Yes, that's a wonderful mantra indeed. And our Guru has given, actually, our Guru even says that it's not necessary that only elders should bless the youngsters. This is a common mantra which anybody can bless anyone. That is because the wording means long live. This long live with prosperity. And so I can say this word Olamudan is a great mantra, and also many just recognizes when I say I'm in Sky Yoga, they say, oh, word Olamudan. Yes, that itself speaks so much on our Guru's mantra. Thank you, Swaminathan, for your nice speech. And dear friends, now it's time for discussion. Anybody having any thoughts, you can just discuss on this topic. Blessings. Dr. Vijaya, would you like to?
Yes. Thank you so much, Ms. Bharti. Valga Valamudan, everybody. It was really a good topic to hear, because I know we have our great Maharshi who has given us so many, things to us, and it is in our hands to, take it, bite it, chew it, and digest it. And the topic today was really appreciative. Because the blessings really counts, as they say. And the more good you do, the more blessings you get. So it is whatever you throw in, you throw out. It's like GIGO, GIGO, which is in the computer language, garbage in and garbage out. So I think blessing is a way to clear all that path and go into the different levels, as Maharshi has said. But one question I have is, before I say that, ask the question, I would like to say this. Like, the character of an individual is governed by the consciousness. We are all there, which exists in three levels. Like we have the thoughts, awareness, heredity, and the quality of all the imprints we have. Like for a jnani, it is, the Brahman constantly. He thinks less about the life, but he's, always in that high energy, high, levels. But for an individual who keeps on thinking, who are really, on the earth, we are thinking of so many things, family, finance, money, everything. I know we are blessing, but does the individual's character depend on the way we bless or we get the blessings? Or how does that work? Because I heard that you're saying you are doing research. So is there any difference in the level of blessings when you say Valga Valamudan, because the tongue is touching the palate. But if you say in Kannada, Telugu, or Hindi, there is a different, way of pronouncing those. So does this affect any ways of blessings?
Yeah,
Have you
that's a
found anything in the research?
yes, yes. Thank you for asking this, ma'am. That's a good question. So why did we choose first plans for this research? So that itself was given by Maharishi only to Lakshmanaya. So they are called as nirmalam, which means they do not have sin imprints, as we know about the vegetarian and the concepts that the roots take the actual pain, and that's been taken by the earth. So that's why whatever we pluck on the surface level, we take the fruit or we take the uh, the, the vegetable on top. It doesn't have the sin imprints, or that doesn't carry forward on the fruit or the vegetable. So that's one. So that's where the effect is immediate when we see it on the plants. That's why we took the research itself for the plants. And there is a difference when we try to do the same thing to the human beings. There is a difference because the blessings that goes to them, it will be very effective when you are putting that with a more powerful way. So when your arrow is very sharp, it hits that place very sharp. And there are two questions that I'm just answering now. The first one, yes, there is a difference in different peoples, but irrespective of that, the blessings will definitely have its impact. It will change. That's why he's saying gradually the enmity will change to the friendship. So that's how he's saying. So there is a difference where immediately we'll see the result, and there are examples where we have also done, and you would have also experienced. You would have been blessing, but still the change is not there. But I'm telling you, if you have really wholeheartedly blessed that person, the situation will change. It will bring harmony between the relationship. I've seen the managers is not cooperating or he's being very strict and there is no harmony between them. And in the blessings, he brings the image and then he blesses. Maybe they are turning out to be friends, or they're not turning out to be friends, but the situation changes and you get transferred and he get transferred and the situation changes and still the harmony is maintained between them. So it is changed and we have done it. We have seen it also. That's one. And coming to the language, do that language have the significance? Yes, it has got significance. When we say Varka Valamudan, it touches the upper palate and you get to the state. The same thing when you say it as be blessed by the divine. But uh, more than the language, it's the power of thought. The silence is the best language, we say. So the language is one portion of it, and not to be bothered or really worried. But there is a difference when we say Varkavalamudan, but not to be bothered. More than the language, we can also visualize and wish and bless that person without spelling that out also. Correct? So that also is effective. We are in silence. We are not actually speaking out, but we are in the subtle state, let's say third day or fourth day, and our blessings become effective. There is no word that is spelled out, but the thought is very powerful. The blessings is very powerful. That matters. So language is not a real barrier, but scientifically there is a reason of the ear getting touched, but not to be really worried, ma'am. So that's my thought on that question. Yeah.
Okay, because in Kannada we say Balge Bhumandala, like
Correct.
Balga Vayadam. And then in Telugu also we say.
Correct.
So
We
whenever
don't
I
have to be
speak to
really
these
bothered.
people,
Yes.
yeah, so since the tongue touches the palate and it is touching the two main glands, pineal and pituitary. So not every language has that advantage of saying.
Correct.
So the Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu, it doesn't even go nowhere near the palate.
Correct.
So I was just thinking when you said you're doing research, so I was also thinking about all this, and I was also looking out to see whether blessings in different language, how it goes, whether it is slow or, fast or medium based on compared to Val Kavalamadan.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you
That's
so
a
much.
nice question. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the very nice answer. And anyone else? Professor Balchandran?
Thank you, Swaminathan ji. It's a very wonderful presentation. And you've really done a great justice to Swamiji's concept of a blessing, and especially the scientific experiment. You give all the details. Even I didn't know that the productivity increased multifold. I thought 5% or 6%. But when you say it's multifold, it's phenomenal. I think even this one thing could bring that green revolution we have been talking about 25
Yes.
years back by M.S. Swaminathan,
Yes. Yes.
and not spoiling the atmosphere by fertilizers and
Correct.
artificial things. So Swamiji's many concepts in the beginning, it doesn't appear to be very attractive. But if you really put it into practice, it's phenomenal. Only time will tell what Swamiji has actually contributed to the world in so many different ways. And one such thing is blessings. I'm very happy that you're doing a scientific experiment proving it. And then you're also going to the next generation. F1, F2, F3 generations, you're going and then finding out what is happening to the Karumayam, which Swamiji
Correct.
used to talk about. Great.
Thank you. Yeah.
What
Thank
science has given, you are proving with technology with and experiments. All the best to our efforts.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Professor Balchandran. And dear friends, let us all come to meditative state, that is Durya state, to bless Arunidhi Swaminathan Gangadharan, Balagangadharan. Arunidhi Swaminathan Balagangadharan, be blessed by the divine. His lovable family, be blessed by the divine. His present and future endeavors, be blessed by the divine. Now, let's also bless our Senior Professor Balchandran. Senior Professor Balchandran, be blessed by the divine. His family, be blessed by the divine. And his present and future endeavors, be blessed by the divine. Thank you all. And dear friends, I have got some announcements to be made. And we have the foundation course twice monthly, that is starting from 1st and 16th of every month. And also Kayakalpa course being conducted on the second Sunday of every month. And dear friends, you can log on to www.kundaliniyoga.edu.in to get more information on Sky Yoga. And dear friends, apart from this Saturdays, which is a specialty for us, we do conduct classes, that is meditation daily, all the 7 days. And so please do join us for meditation. And also that is being followed by thought for the day from the book Blossoms of Life, authored by our Guru Vethathiri Maharishi. And the timing is morning 6 a.m. and evening 6:30 p.m. short Indian Standard Time. Looking forward to meeting you all daily for the meditation. And Professor Balchandran, shall we conclude today?
Yes, just before that, we'll do the blessings even for our Professor Bharati for having conducted this program so well. Professor Bharati, be blessed by the divine. Her services, spiritual services, be blessed by the divine. Her health, etc., be blessed by the divine.
வளமுடன்.
Yeah, in fact, we'll be doing the blessings on 31st and 1st of January. You know, that's been one of the important functions starting on very first. We don't cut cakes and do all that, but we just bless the whole world, and all over the world, somewhere, someone will be blessing. So we'll start this 2025 with these blessings. And just before that, we had this Swaminathan talking about it, giving a booster for all of us. Thank you, sir.
Nice. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah. வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Arunidhi Swaminathan Balagangadharan, once again for the nice speech. We'll be looking forward to seeing you often in our group. And dear friends, let us meet again next year, that is 2025. to hear another interesting speech on Vethathiri. And please do join us daily for the meditation. Thank you all. Be blessed by the divine.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.